He's teaching her a lot. Damn, whoa, Uncle Daemon? Uncle Daemon! I did not expect him to make a move on her. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mary and today we are going to be watching the 4th episode of Hot D, House of the Dragon. Last week's episode was very interesting. Tensions were rising. Lots of shit went down. Daemon obviously killed the crab feeder. So guessing he'll reap some sort of reward in today's episode. Rhaenyra is still quite bitter and I don't blame her because she just has this feeling in the bottom of her stomach, I guess. I don't know what the right term is, but she feels that she is inevitably going to be replaced by her little brother Aegon. A lot of people in the realm think the same thing. So her feelings are not invalid, but her dad obviously has promised her that she was chosen for a reason. He doesn't intend to replace her anytime soon. I feel like he'll eventually need to because of the realm's pressure, but at the end of the day, he's king. So we'll see what happens, man. Before we get into this episode though, I want to remind you guys about the uncut version, which is going to be over on Patreon. The link for that is in the description bar and in the pinned comments below. You just need a copy of the episode yourself so that you can watch it along with me. You can also find me on all of the social media handles. I'm in America at the moment, which is why I have a different background all of the time. You can follow me on Instagram if you want to see what I got up to, what I am getting up to, Twitter, Discord, Twitch. There's also TikTok and there's also Facebook, but those are the ones I don't use as much, I guess. So anyway, I've also got 2 new channels, my gaming channel, my vlog channel. I'll have a vlog for my American adventures pretty soon, and I recently posted a new Last of Us video as well on my new gaming channel, which I'm really excited about, and I have been playing the remastered, the 2022 version as well, so my gameplay for the rest of the first game will eventually be up there too. Anyways, I have been rambling quite a bit now. Let's get into the 4th episode of House of the Dragon! Woo! He's trying to be her husband. He's pretty old.
And tell me, Lord Dondarrion, did you think my great-grandmother is beautiful as they say?
Oh.
Unseemly, princess.
The man is older than my father.
Yeah.
It's unseemly for him to put himself forward as a contender for my hand.
I'm very happy that she speaks up and says something. This one's a little bit too young.
And now a child.
The Blackwoods are an ancient house with a formidable army. In the Riverlands they once ruled as kings. Blood of the first men still flows in their veins.
Still a child.
If chosen as your match, princess, your day shall be easy.
He's kind of sweet.
And night safe, under my protection.
Oh, really?
Protection?
You're gonna...
Princess has a dragon, you dumb
Oh
cunt.
my god. Alright, this guy's just obnoxious and rude.
Let us have the next.
Oh.
So we may go to supper.
Oh, poor kid.
Craven.
Oh, damn. Damn, little boy.
Send word to the harbour and have Captain Oswin ready the ship.
Princess, we're due in Bitterbridge in 3 days'
I
time.
would happily row myself back to King's Landing if I brought an end to this ridiculous pageant.
Oh, for God's sakes. Oh, little kid. Damn. Okay. I did not see that coming. What the heck? Respect though, respect. I bet a lot of people don't give him enough credit.
How do you think he would take it?
Do you speak of how you rejected every suitor his grace put before you, or how you abruptly ended the tour with 2 months remaining?
Take cover!
Oh shit! That's gotta be Caraxes.
You alright? Are you? Festa Meister.
I'm fine.
My wig's just a little bit out of place. Alright, let's go. Daemon, make your entrance. Give us the news.
Once we smash the Triarchy, they name me King of the Narrow Sea. But I know that there is only one true king, Your Grace.
Oh, Daemon. He's matured. Otto Hightower doesn't believe it. Daemon looks good with shorter hair. Everyone's just watching in like anticipation. Okay, there you go. Let bygones be bygones. So on and so on.
Congratulations on your victory.
It's nice. Nice little family moment here. It's just a little bit too formal for my liking, personally.
Perhaps Prince Daemon would care for a tour of the gallery.
Would you like to see the tapestry?
They're like, fucking lame!
I'd like to see them.
Oh, well, then you should not deprive yourself.
The way
I'll enjoy them alone.
the way they talk to each other just cracks me up. He's bonding with his brother again. It's nice. I like it. Uh-oh. Stepmother and stepdaughter time. Here we go.
Surmise the tour did not go well. Those men and boys don't fawn over me. They only want my name and my Valyrian blood for their offspring.
I think it's rather romantic.
How romantic it must be to get imprisoned in a castle and me to squeeze out heirs.
That's your life. A bit too close to home for her.
I like to believe I'm still the Lady Alicent, but all anyone sees when they look at me now is the Queen.
Oh.
I've missed you too.
Aw. This is sweet. Sorry the lighting's so bad, by the way.
You've matured yourself these last 4 years, Princess.
My father seems content to sell me off to whichever lord has the biggest castle.
And there are worse things to be sold for.
Yeah, he ain't lying.
Inakson toilet gausoga morgan costas.
Abrasut vejitsus.
Pekni erixos jailan nike nuho pradasmo brasilio dele uno go.
Bronze bitch, that's what he calls her? And he supposedly loves her?
Eo munia mastas lir mundasmaista. In case mundasma vuisa. Gleison eohon zugose gleisa con coste de o yajahi habijosa.
That's true. That's true.
Lord Corlys is said to have engaged in negotiations with the Sea Lord of Bravos. He plans to wed his daughter Rhaenyra to the Sea Lord's son.
Really?
If House Velaryon entered into an alliance with the Free Cities, we would have to seek our own marriage pact.
Oh god. As in, his daughter will have no choice but to marry someone Essos? Free Cities, I should say. Her hair's so bouncy. It's so perfect all the time. What a tiresome life. I'm guessing this one is a girl after Aegon. She was pregnant in episode 3, so...
Good night, Sir Kristen.
Sleep well, Princess.
Does he ever get to sleep? Like, what happens? Is he just waiting outside her door all the time? Whoa, indeed. Is she just discovering this? This is cool. Beautiful music as always, but it'll have to be muted. Who's following? Oh, oh no, that's her. I was like, who's this little man following her? Secret family rendezvous? I have to say, I do really like Daemon and Rhaenyra's relationship. Like, you can tell he loves her. He's just showing her how fun being a commoner can be, I guess. Oh shit, that's scary. The guy on the line, on the tightrope. Let's see, what wounds are we healing today? He's always got something that he's trying to have fixed every episode.
Good king names his daughter a girl.
Oh.
His heir.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, a son.
This is... They could all get their heads on a pike for this.
He has two things Rhaenyra cannot: a conqueror's name and a cock.
Oh my god.
Just if you will. Many of the small folk like to believe that as a male, Aegon should be the heir.
Their wants are of no consequence.
Confident.
For one night, I wish to be free of the burdens of my inheritance.
That's what you're getting right now.
4 Copper Street rat in King's Landing we pay for our pleasures.
Hey, stop! Boy!
Wait, I'll find him.
And who might you be running from now?
It's the Hobbit.
Princess.
Sir Harwin, played by an Australian actor.
Okay.
There we go, Ryan Kaur, the Australian actor.
Pardon me, Your Grace. The king has requested your presence.
Oh, they sleep in separate chambers?
The hour is quite late. Yes, Your Grace.
Oh my god. He wants to root. Right, she must fulfill her queenly duties. Speaking of rooting, naked people. Oh god. Oh, fuck. Look at his body. It's just...
What is this place?
It's where people come to take what they want.
Pretty disturbing that he's brought her here.
Fucking is a pleasure, you see. For the woman as it is the man.
He's teaching her a lot. Damn, whoa. Uncle Daemon? Uncle Daemon! I did not expect him to make a move on her.
But that doesn't stop us from doing what we want.
My god. God.
From fucking who we want.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Wow. Is she going to lose it to her uncle right now? You know, I honestly thought Kristen Cole was going to be the one, but no, it's her uncle. Damn. They do be incesty out there, so... Damn. He don't... Is he not... Whoa. He's not... Excuse me? What game are you playing, sir? Doesn't want her anymore? Is he like... Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was really intense and very awkward. So weird, dude. It's like her dad's brother. Her dad's brother. That's whack. Whack as hell.
Yeah?
Where were you?
My helmet.
Oh, she's still ready to play. She's still ready to play. Maybe it will be Kristen after all. Drunk.
Thank you.
And a little bit horny. I freaking saw that from a mile away, okay? Kristen, what are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do?
Stop.
Daemon gave her a little taste. Now she wants more. It's kind of a long time coming. Type situation. There you go. Does he even want to do it? Or does he just feel obliged to do it? Because what would happen if he said no? I honestly think he's always liked her. He's definitely conflicted though. Oh, this music's lovely. It's gonna have to be muted. Look at that. A princess, and before this, he was just a commoner. Oh, wow. 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 They look like they're having a lot of fun. Look, I'm just glad it wasn't her uncle.
Am I your prisoner?
As I was once yours.
I don't need protection from a common or...
Being so rude to her lately.
I have discomforting news. I'm afraid it concerns the princess, my king.
Oh no, how did he know? Uh-oh. Don't.
It is no easy thing to tell a father of his daughter's exploits.
Oh my god.
I had considered saying nothing, but what has she done?
So awkward.
The princess was spied last evening in a pleasure house.
Okay. Not
She
the
was
Kristen.
carrying on with her uncle.
Oh, sure.
They were engaged in behaviors unbecoming of a maiden, of a princess.
Now speak it plainly.
Daemon and Rhaenyra were seen together in the bowels of a pleasure den.
Doing? Tell me exactly what they were doing.
Coupling.
Alicent's still listening as well.
And several of the servants have now admitted to seeing her creeping through the gates from King's Landing, disguised as a page, during the hour of the owl.
Oh.
You're so sick with ambition that you would have my daughter stalked, awaiting your best chance to destroy her reputation.
I have no such intent, Your Grace.
Then why did you do it?
Your designs are obvious. Do you wish to have your blood on the Iron Throne so badly that you are willing to destroy mine own?
He sees right through you, bud. You fucking idiot.
Leave me. Once.
God, I hate you, Otto Hightower. I hate you.
Your Grace.
Viserys is a talented man and he's a smart man. Oh, he's also very wounded. All around wounded man as well. It's so awkward because that's Alicent's dad at the same time. Oh. Hello. What's up?
Princess, I have a message from the Queen.
Uh-oh. I hope Kristen didn't read the message. That's all I have to say.
What happened last night?
Like that?
Tell me the whole of it, Rhaenyra.
Your father accused me of something. Was I drank wine, left the castle after dark?
You fucked Daemon in a pleasure house.
This is a vile accusation.
You Targaryens do have queer customs.
You Targaryen.
Daemon certainly knows no limit.
Alicent.
She seems kind of jealous.
Oh, certainly he's been misled. He could not have witnessed such a thing.
Why not?
Because it did not happen.
He was told.
Told? Who made these claims to your father?
Who?
I do not know specifically.
What your father did not tell you.
He reported it to the king.
Ooh, just gets worse and worse. Alicent seems jealous, dude.
We drank in a tavern. Several taverns.
Huh?
It was getting late, and I asked to go home. But Daemon wished to continue. As he was my escort, I had no real choice.
Continue.
Hmm.
In a brothel.
He took me to a show.
Alicent's so sad.
I was only a spectator. I didn't do anything.
He's so upset.
And then Daemon sank into his cups and abandoned me for some whore.
So you did not...
I swear this to you, upon the memory of my mother.
Okay.
Kings strive to find you a good match. And so have I. If that lord were to think that you were being sullied...
God, Alice.
would ruin everything. I know.
Your Grace.
Who's watching them right now? Oh no. Here comes Daemon. I'm sure there are some consequences to his actions last night.
Take your fucking hands off me.
He looks like a little emo boy with his hair, actually. He was doing so well at the beginning of this episode with Viserys, and now they're back to square one.
My daughter. You defiled her.
Ooh.
What does it matter, brother? When we were Rhaenyra's age, we fucked our way through most of the brothels on the Street of Silk.
We were young men. She's just a girl, your niece.
Rhaenyra's a woman grown. Better her first experience be with me than some whore.
Oh, shit.
You have ruined her. What lord will wed her now in this condition?
Who gives a fuck what some lord thinks? Wed her to me.
Wed her?
I want Rhaenyra. I'll take her as she is and wed her in the tradition of our house.
Ow.
It's not my daughter you lust for, is it? It's my throne.
You'll get it somehow.
Go back to the Vale, Daemon. Strive to restore whatever scrap of honor remains in you. Or don't. Matters not to me. As long as you are gone from my side for good.
He's not denying it. Rhaenyra is heavily denying it. Viserys could easily tell Alicent, but she's not supposed to know actually because she was listening in. She eavesdropped, so...
You believe he lied?
How often does he speak the pure truth?
How does confessing to such things serve him?
By reducing you.
Whatever transpired, Rhaenyra is not innocent.
Only because Daemon tried to corrupt her.
Daemon and Rhaenyra share the blood of the dragon. They are restless and chaotic.
She swore to me that she remains a maiden.
Yeah,
I
okay. Listen, not quite. God, the lighting is so bad. Once again, I apologize. All right, this dreaded talk.
From my blood come the prince that was promised, and his will be the song of ice and fire.
That's that obsidian dagger, for sure.
The burden of this knowledge, it is larger than the throne. The king, it is larger than you and your desires. The truth does not matter, Rhaenyra. Only perception.
Were I born a man, I could bear Tim if I wanted, and no one in your court would blink an eye.
But you were born a woman.
So you'll strip me of my titles and name Aegon in my stead.
I would. But it is mine to hold the realm together, not sow it with further division.
Yeah, exactly.
Your courtship is at an end. You will wed Selena Velaryon.
The son of the sea snake, so I can be a remedy for your political headaches.
You are my political headache.
I mean, he ain't wrong.
And what will you do about the vulture who perches upon your throne?
What vulture?
Your hand. He wants Aegon to be named heir. I will do my duty as heir and wed Selena.
Good.
But you must first do yours as king.
Hell yeah, get fired. Please get fired, please get fired.
My father was a hale and healthy warrior and dragon rider. 5 days later, my father lay dead. It was a good day for you.
That's hardly how I viewed it, Your Grace.
I'm sure it is.
Just 5 days. You went from being another man in Jaehaerys court to the second most powerful man in the realm. I wonder, how long did it take you to choose yourself over your king?
Your Grace.
Your Grace?
She took me through the worst of my grief. I only now realize how well calculated it was.
The Queen loves you, as I know you love her.
You were a faithful servant, Otto.
Ha, 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 ha. I see. Do it. Oh!
The crown
So...
and the realm. Both owe you a debt that can never be repaid. But I can no longer trust your judgment.
That was still very diplomatic. Respect. He compliment sandwiched him. He said all the good things, sprinkled a little bad, and then thanked him for his service. Respect.
I hope you can forgive the late hour, Princess.
What's that he's given her? That like...
I took great care in its preparation.
It's like the morning after pill, but
You've not
Westeros.
properly.
I'm sorry, what is that?
Tea, Princess. From the king.
Oh.
It will rid you of any unwanted consequences.
Yeah, I see. The king is smart. He knows his daughter's lying, and he knows that what he has to do right now is just protect her in this instance and make sure no bastards come out of her. Wow. What an episode, man. All right, so a couple of things I want to talk about, but first and foremost, I want to talk about how I'm pretty sure Daemon orchestrated that entire thing with the hopes that he would be seen with Rhaenyra, because he didn't go ahead and actually have sex with his niece. He, pushed her back a few times, because what he did, and what I noticed he did, was he took off her beanie, or whatever she was wearing on her head that was disguising her. He took that off her head so her identity was revealed, planted a few kisses here and there, making it look like they were coupled, and then when it actually came down to it, he was like, no, I can't do this. So I feel like he definitely orchestrated something. What his intentions are, that is to be discovered. I have this feeling that what he wanted to do was to show his brother that, yes, this is what happened. He took Rhaenyra's innocence. The only person that will take Rhaenyra now is me. I accept her for whatever condition she's in, as they put it. Look, Viserys knows what his family are like. He knows what the blood of the dragon is like. He knows his daughter and he knows his brother. I'm sure he believes something went on. Westeros's version of the morning after pill is what he gave her, because he's not a stupid man. He's not naive. He's king for a reason, right? He was chosen king after Jaehaerys, and they chose well. He's a great king. He's smart. He listens to his loved ones. He cares about his loved ones, and he cares about the overall mission or the family secret that is harboring the Targaryen family. I also noticed the little boy in the brothel on the stairs when Rhaenyra, literally right after Daemon walks away from Rhaenyra, and then Rhaenyra goes up the stairs. There's a little boy, and that little boy is seen again at King's Landing, and I believe that little boy is Sir Otto Hightower's little bird, or the equivalent of the little birds that Viserys had in Game of Thrones. And those are the spies Sir Otto Hightower may be using. Common children. Perhaps. That's what I think. But the weirdest thing to me was that that same little boy, the morning after, was at Daemon, and I don't know Daemon's whore's name, but his whore took money from that same little boy. That's the part that confused me. I'm sorry if my thoughts are all over the place and if I'm not making a lot of sense. That little boy confused me at the very end when he gave some money to Daemon's whore, because I don't think that Daemon would be working with Sir Otto Hightower just because of how much he hates Sir Otto Hightower. He actually despises him so much. I know that he probably orchestrated something, but I don't think that he was working with Sir Otto Hightower. I don't know, man. I'm just spitballing here, trying to figure this episode out, trying to figure out whether Alicent is in love with Rhaenyra, because Alicent seemed super jealous when she thought that Rhaenyra and Daemon had hooked up. She literally seemed betrayed and hurt. Rhaenyra was trying her very best to try and minimize the situation, let Alicent know that all of it was a lie. Whereas normally Rhaenyra would be a little bit more sassy. So I kind of feel like Rhaenyra might share some feelings, at least a little bit, towards Alicent. I don't know, man. I just felt some weird chemistry, weird tension going on between the two when they were having that conversation. She definitely does not love her husband. We saw that in the scene where she had to spend the night with him. They are in separate chambers. They sleep separately, but it seems as though whenever Viserys wants his way with Alicent, he asks for her and he just has his way with her. It was a very disturbing scene. Their age difference is quite disturbing. His entire body is like bruised, infested. It was a weird scene. I didn't care to see it. I didn't really care to see the brothel scene either. It was a little bit too much, but whatever. The brothel scene at least made sense to me because it showed me Daemon's plans, his ploys, his conniving nature. At first I thought Daemon was really trying to show his niece Rhaenyra what it's like to be common, the perks of being common, the lifestyle of the commoners, and then he takes her to a whorehouse and instantaneously I am uncomfortable, and I'm wondering, what is he doing? He said to Viserys that his daughter is a woman grown. Viserys replied, she's just a girl, which was weird to me because Alicent, at least in this show, is literally the same age as his daughter and he has his way with her all the time. One thing I'm really glad about is that he took his daughter's advice and he got rid of Sir Otto Hightower as his hand. I think that was a great move. It was a long time coming. I absolutely despise Sir Otto Hightower. He reminds me of Littlefinger, another character that I did not... Look, I feel like a lot of people loved to hate Littlefinger. It was just this thing that was shared amongst Game of Thrones viewers. He was an interesting character. He made things interesting. He made things dramatic, and we loved to hate him. The truth of the matter is Rhaenyra isn't a maiden anymore. But what I'm really glad about is that they don't actually know that it was the person who was meant to look after her, Sir Criston, that ended up taking her virginity. So that drink that the king made for his daughter, it's probably going to come into good use because they definitely didn't have precautions other than this liquid. I don't know what the liquid is. Moonshine, I think, something like that. I can't recall. I know they had it in Game of Thrones, or at least the books in A Song of Ice and Fire. I'm just going to refer to it as Westeros's morning after pill. I'm kind of going on a tangent here. It was a really good episode. I think this episode was probably my favorite episode just because it was a little bit spicy, so very dramatic. Emotions were very high during this episode, and at this point I'm super invested in the characters. I know that new actors are going to be introduced at some point that play the older versions of these respective characters, Rhaenyra, Alicent, and so on and so forth. So I'm excited to see what these new actors and actresses are going to be like on screen. I'm excited to see where this story goes. I haven't read further into Fire and Blood, even though I have bought the book. I just want to enjoy the series first, I think, and then I'll probably continue on with the book. I really enjoyed this episode, guys. Let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below. Do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps my channel out. Uncut version is over on Patreon. You just need a copy of the episode so that you can watch it along with me. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.